things to this? All right, let's look at it. All right, so to start, two-way frequency table. Frequency, the word frequency is just talking about how frequently something happens, right? How often something happens, okay? So a two-way frequency table is looking at two different things, right? So we have a gender category, boys and girls, kind of binary there, but boys and girls, and type of response, liking gender and music preference, liking music that's rap or metal. Two really weird options, okay? So you had to answer one of them. You're like, well, I don't like either, but I heard one rap song I like, so you put your number in there. You can only vote once with these type of tables. And the information, the information is pretty straightforward. If I want to know how many boys like rap, boys that like rap, three boys like rap. Okay, so tell me in the chat, how many girls like rap? How many girls like rap? So easy to find this from this. How many girls like rap? Good Yancey, good Arnold, good Sophia, good Sienna, good Mia, Haley. Perfect. It's easy to find that. Girls that like rap is 7. 7 girls that like rap. 7, right? Okay. Good, Sophia. Perfect. So that is called a joint frequency. And the reason I tried to draw a knee, I tried to draw a leg, because the knee joint, right? The knee joint, and you can think of that as like this 90-degree, right? The joint is where two different parameters meet. So 3 boys like rap. Let's see, boys, rap, where they meet. That's the joint frequency. The joint frequency of boys and rap, the joint frequency is 3. Okay. So these are pretty straightforward things to know. I feel like joint frequency is something that, if you saw a table, those things we could figure out pretty quick. The other parts are a little bit more to it, but let's see what they are. The marginal, if something is on the margins, it's on the outside, right? So if you have a document, you're making a Word document or a Google Doc, you can set the margins up, right? The outside boundary of, how far you indent for the boundaries of your page, right? Same idea. Marginal frequencies are the totals of the data represented in columns and the data represented in rows. So a marginal frequency, an example is there's 10 boys and girls who like rap. Let's see. Rap. 3 boys, 7 girls. There's 10 boys and girls that like rap. 10 students. Okay. You could also say there are 11 boys. There's 11 boys. You could say there are 8 girls. Those are also marginal frequencies. The marginal frequencies are talking about entire categories. You add the columns, you add the rows. Those are on the margins, right? The margins are on the outside. So that's one way to help you remember it. It's if you get a highlighter, it might help you to connect those words. So let's see. How about what is the marginal frequency of boys and girls who like metal? Tell me in the chat. What is the marginal frequency of boys and girls who like metal? Boys and girls that like metal. Boys and girls. Good. All right. I see a lot of the same answers. Boys and girls that like metal. So boys that like metal is 8. Girls that like metal is 1. So boys and girls that like metal, 9. The marginal frequency of boys and girls who like metal is 9. Okay. Now, somebody put 19. That would be boys and girls who like rap, or who either like rap or like metal. That's 10 like rap, 9 like metal. So that would be 19 like rap or metal. Okay. But that's not the same thing as boys and girls who like metal. I'm just looking at this column. Since boys and girls is 8 and 1, I know that there's 9 for that marginal frequency. Okay. Now, let's look at the last thing. And this is the one where you have to do a little bit of math. Okay. The trend is an easy idea. That's just your conclusions. But this conditional relative frequency. So we have joint frequency, marginal frequencies. Conditional relative frequency, relative, is relating it. It compares the CRF. The CRF compares one response with the total. one response with the total. Okay, so let's see. An example would be 3 boys like rap out of 11 boys total, right? 3 boys like rap. 3 boys like rap out of 11 total boys. So we can express this as a decimal. And this is actually key. You have to express it as a decimal. Okay, so I want you to, if you have a highlighter, it's good to highlight the same things as me. You're going to express it as a decimal. Okay, so look, 3 out of 11 boys like rap. So 0.27 boys like rap. Okay, so you're going to be given, the homework for this is only 5 problems because you have to find the joint frequency, marginal frequency, conditional relative frequency for different aspects. Okay, we're going to do that in our example problem next. But let's see, trend, conclusions from the data. What conclusions can we draw from the data? Just looking at this data, now that we've looked at it a little bit, write in the chat or unmute, tell me, what can you conclude about this data? What's just one conclusion you can make? This group likes this more than that. There's more of this group that likes this. Just make some conclusions. What can you figure out from this? Rap is more popular. Okay. It's some nice data. That's awesome. Boys like metal more than girls. Yes. There's more boys in the group. Good. More boys like metal than girls. Gurkles. Good. Good. I would say those are pretty good. Pretty good trends you could find. Yeah, I think that boys like metal more than girls, and girls like rap more than boys. Those are other things you could say. Okay, it's not so hard. Those are pretty straightforward kind of trends we can draw. And now I have a couple questions for you at the bottom here. The first question. I think I actually hit on these all the way before, so you don't have to write them again. How many girls like metal? Actually, I did. Girls that like metal, 1. That's joint frequency. All right, how many students like rap? It's a marginal frequency. Tell me that in the chat. How many students like rap, considering all these are students? Good. Good, Cadence. Good, Sophia. Good, Haley. Good, Sophia. Good, Ahmed. Good. The number of students who like rap? 10. It's a marginal frequency. It adds together the 2 categories, and here is the type of response. So 10 like rap. Good, Mia. Good, Jordan. All right, how about this? What is the CRF of girls who like rap? What is the CRF of girls who like rap? 1 sec. I have to add something to that. Compared to total students. Okay. Not just to other girls, but what is the CRF of girls who like rap compared to total students? So I want everybody to give me the decimal for that. Let's see. I have to do it real quick too. Girls who like rap compared to the total number of students. Not quite, Sophia. Girls who like rap, good. But compared to the total students, the total number of students. Total number of students. There it is, Haley. Now, I think you're right that if it was girls who like rap out of total girls, right? But it's girls who like rap compared to the total number of students. How many students do we have altogether in this? Looks like 19. 19. So we go 7 divided by 19, and we get 0.37. 0.37. I like that as a proportion, Jordan. You got to give it as a decimal, though. Good. Good. So 7, right? Students, girls who like rap, there's 7, right? There's 19 total students, so this would be a matter of doing, this would be 7 divided by 19, which we get 0.368, so we go 37. Okay. So you can't see that. There we are. All right. So what is the CRF of girls who like rap compared to the total students? 7 out of 19.37. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up, sideways, down for this. You seeing it? Pretty straightforward, right? I like this one. It's kind of slightly disconnected to the other stuff we've been doing. I want you to go ahead and do this. I want you to create this because part of this is just practicing making these tables. I want you to make this table, please. And I'm going to start inputting the data from the survey you guys just did. All right. Okay, so it looks like I have 24 students who answered. Okay, so I'm just going to put there's 24 students altogether. And let's see, the categories, you know what, I asked if you were 13, 14, or 15, but look, I'm going to put one line through it because with age, we only had 14 and 15. Okay. And then our type of responses, we had, I'm just going to put them in order as I see them. Reading, favorite hobby, gaming, sports, and music. Okay. So I want you to get all that set up, and I'm going to start inputting the information as I count them out here. All right, let's see. 14-year-olds that like reading. 14-year-olds that like reading. 1, 2, 2. 14-year-olds that like gaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does that mean? What does that mean? Somebody's doing weird stuff. 6. I don't know what that means. Who wrote something in the chat? What is that? Oh, okay. You're saying no one likes reading or gaming? All right. Let's see. 14-year-olds that like sports. Let's see. 1, 2, 2. 14-year-olds that like music. A lot of people like music. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. That's enough to get our marginal value. Maybe find the marginal value for 14-year-olds. We're going to input that as we go. All right, let's see. 15-year-olds that like reading. 1. 1. You're like, it's me. All right, let's see. 15-year-olds that like gaming. Let's see. Gaming. Oh, everybody grew out of gaming by the time they were 15. 0.
I just don't think anyone here is. Well, no, there's a few, but not a whole lot who
You're
are
right.
15.
You're right. We're going to get that marginal total over here, but you're right. It looks like about 2/3 are 14. It's those early birds. All right. Good point. See, that's like a trend at the end you'd be able to point out. Okay, good. So 15-year-olds that like sports. Let's see. 1. Yeah, we don't have many 15-year-olds. 15-year-olds that like music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We got all of that. That's just sad. Oh, man. Well, we only had 7. And this is where we have to go in there now, and we have to put in some information. Okay? It's incredible. I know, Cadence. I knew that. All right, how many 15-year-olds do we have? 1, 2, 5, 7. All right. Remember, these are on the margins. So what are these? Marginal frequencies. How often are these values going to be put in here? I just like to do little dash marks because that just helps me know it's not in the data. All right, let's put in our marginal frequencies. Go ahead and put those all the way around. 17. All right, thanks. 3, 6, 3, 12. That's cool. Y'all like music a lot. Me too. All right. So far, so good, right? I mean, it's just like basic, you learn what it is, you put in the data, you figure it out. Okay. So now I'm going to take a peek because in the homework, the specifics, this problem is very similar to what I wanted you to accomplish with the homework tonight. So I want to make sure that I ask the exact same kind of questions. All right. So this is okie doke. So we have two. We have to, that's why. Create a two-way frequency table showing the subjects or the hobbies. Good. Find the marginal frequencies. Good. Good. What are the conditional frequencies relative to the total number of people surveyed? Okay. So now we're going to find the conditional, the CRF. We have to find the CRF, right? For conditional frequencies relative to the total number of people surveyed. So we're going to find the CRF for, let's do it for, this is going to be for reading. Let's do it this way. I'm going to write it like this. Set it up just like a table, guys. We're going to have the CRFs right here. The CRFs, and we're going to have reading, gaming, sports, music. Okay. So the CRF, we're going to compare these choices with the total number. Okay. So CRF of responses compared to total, which is 24. Okay. So we're looking at the responses compared to the total. We're not looking at the age grouping yet. Okay. So let's see. I want you to go ahead and give me the first one here. What is the CRF of reading compared to the total? Notice I said just reading compared to the total. I didn't say 14-year-olds are like reading compared to the total. What is the CRF of reading compared to the total? Okay, good. I see 3 over 24. Remember, we need that as a decimal. 24 over 3 is 8. 3 over 24 is an 8. It's close. It's the reciprocal idea. So really, you understand it. It's just flip that upside down. There it is. 0.125. Not very common. So we're going to be able to pull trends by looking at these specific numbers. Now, how about the CRF of the response gaming compared to the total? Yeah. It's 6 like gaming. 6 like gaming out of the total 24, right? 6 out of 24 reduces to 1 over 4. So we know that this is 0.25. More people like gaming in general. Good, Abby. Good cadence. Thanks for all the help. Oh, why? Okay, gotcha, Abby. And then how about sports compared to the total? How many like sports? All together, 3. All total, 24. And we've seen this before. We have, yeah. 0.125. It's the same as reading. Thanks for music. Nice, Arnold. So with music, look how many like music. 12 out of 24. Half. Okay. Okay. So everyone okay with this so far? It's pretty good, right? Now this is total, right? This is total. So this is 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds, right? They also are going to ask you to do the CRF for 14-year-olds and the CRFs for 15-year-olds. It's just calculator work. It's no biggie. So we're looking again at our 4 categories: reading, gaming, sports, music. Reading, gaming, sports, music. And we just have to keep in mind that we're not going out of everybody. We're going out of the 14-year-olds total and the 15-year-olds total. So I'll give you an example for reading for the 14-year-olds. Reading is 2 out of how many? 17. Reading is 2 out of 17. I'm not looking at the total of 24 now. I'm just looking at 14-year-olds. I don't feel like that's a huge jump. It's not like crazy harder with this now. I'll work these out. I'm just going to put them in there. Gaming is 6 out of 17. Sports is 2 out of 17. Music is 7 out of 17. So now you can go back. You can knock out those, find your decimals. 2 divided by 17. 0.12. 6 divided by 17. 0.35. 2 divided by 17. 0. Oh, it's the same thing. Duh. And then 7 divided by 17. 0.41. Ah. So the CRF is just where you compare different totals. Okay, so we have joint frequency, just where they match, right? 15-year-olds like reading, that's joint frequency. 3 total like reading, that is a marginal frequency. And now we're looking at comparing joint and marginal frequencies to totals. That's what the CRF is. Okay, so I'm going to do this one real quick, and then we're going to draw some conclusions and be done with this. Let's see. 15-year-olds are like reading. 1 out of 7. Gaming, 0 out of 7. I know that's 0. Sports, 1 out of 7. And music is 5 out of 7. So I'm just going to do these real quick. 1 divided by 7. 0.14. 0.14. 5 divided by 7. 0.71. Got it. We got everything. We got everything. Woo! All right, get those data points in there. Then I got a couple questions to wrap it up, judges. Arnold, those comments are priceless. Man, this is some good data. That makes me laugh. All right, good one, good one. Perfect. That kind of humor is perfect. If we're in the classroom, you better speak up and say that kind of stuff. You better raise your hand and say that. I have something to say. This is some good data. Good, man. And you understand. You understand. All right, look. Yeah, we'll get a screenshot. Let's get a screenshot. Let's draw some conclusions here. So this is our example problem. I think these are really good to have a good screenshot of this, because this is what you're going to do for your homework. The last thing is describe any trends. Describe any trends preferred by all students or by 14 or by 15-year-olds. So I want everybody to come up with one thing from this that you can create a trend. A trend is a conclusion that you bring from the data. What is one trend that you could find? What is one trend? You could either be talking about Both 14 and 15-year-olds. You could talk about 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, or compare the two. Okay. There's more 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds. That's a good trend. Now that's an observation. Okay, 2 people said that. So I wanna bring that back a little bit. That is an observation, but I want you to make trends, guys. Trends are going to be about the responses, not necessarily about the people. The people, those are more real basic trends. There's more 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds. How about in terms of the responses? I clarified that. Music is most popular among both groups. Good. The majority like to listen to music more compared to the rest of the activities. Let's see, they're too fast now. Music overall is most popular hobby. Good. Um, okay, music seems to dominate in all results. How about like least popular kind of stuff? You could tell that there are more people who like music. Good, more people like music compared to the other hobbies. Had fell Gaming fell off in the Gen Z community. Man, that is specific. You got to write that this is like 2021 as well, because if this was 1985, you'd be talking about like Parcheesi and the game Sorry and Monopoly. All right, reading and sports are the least popular. Good, reading and sports are you guys both said the same thing exactly. Reading and sports are least favorites. 3 people said the exact same thing. 4 people said the exact same thing right now. Okay, that's good. Thumbs up, sideways, down. Do we see about finding trends, setting up these tables, knocking it out, getting the CFR or CRF? Sorry. Good. That seems good. I think we can end a little bit early then. I only gave you 5 problems, and it looks like this. I just want to show you. We have students. They're looking at boys and girls. They're using binary gender, whatever, boys and girls, and favorite subject. So instead of 14 and 15-year-olds, it would be boy or girl. And then for our subjects, right, this part, how we had responses before, instead it would be like English, math, science, social studies. Okay, so it's just set up slightly different. They give us the data like this. But if I showed you the Excel sheet I was pulling information off, it kind of was set up like this. You just have to disregard the number, the student number. Okay, that just helps us get a tally that there's 40 altogether. But the main thing is it's either boy or girl as far as our rows, side to side, and our columns are going to be our favorite subject, like we had reading, gaming, sports, and music. Okay, I think that sets you up, guys. I feel like you guys are pretty set up to do these homework problems pretty straightforward. So I'm going to stop the video. Thanks for watching.